Alright, so it is Wednesday morning, and today's hump day. It's probably some type of national holiday today too, but Walmart just opened a little bit ago because it's 6:35 a.m. and Walmart opens at exactly 6 a.m. So yeah, we are planning on going in Walmart a little bit, but I decided just to make a little video outside speaking because I feel like speaking is my expertise now. So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk about whatever flows out of my mouth. Hopefully, I receive some useful and beneficial spiritual downloads. So, universe, cosmos, everywhere in the atmosphere, let my voice speak everything that I'm supposed to be saying today, and let everyone who is supposed to hear this, because you can't miss what you're supposed to hear. You'll always hear it. And things that you're not supposed to know, you'll never know. But the things that are meant for you, you'll always see them, you'll always hear them, you'll always have access to them when the time is right for you specifically. So, yeah, it is the first day of May 2024. It's May 1st. So, we're entering into the month of May, and I keep hearing dance, 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 dance. Like everybody's dancing. Like every time I turn the radio on, all they're talking about is dancing. And I noticed in the McDonald's Happy Meals, they've had Just Dance Happy Meal carts for weeks now. And my daughter is so disappointed because she actually likes opening the Happy Meals and getting a toy. But she opened it and there was just like a cart of a cardboard figure. But actually the last Happy Meal that we got, they were supposed to give her a Just Dance Happy Meal, but they actually gave her a toy. She was happy. It had wheels and she was rolling it. Like she was actually playing with it. But she wasn't very happy about the Just Dance cardboard figures. But some children, older children might like that. So maybe it would be a good idea to have multiple choice toy options, but McDonald's probably isn't going to do that because they would lose money. Speaking of money, so we have exited the month of April, but I still am noticing it's pretty cloudy, and it seems like April showers are still going to continue throughout the entire month of May. Just by looking at the sky right now, look at these gray clouds. Like, we were looking at cloud after cloud after cloud yesterday, and we were doing cloud sightings of like what shapes we could see in the clouds. And yeah, it wasn't like this. There were actual like shapes of all types of figures, and my daughter said she saw an ice cream cone in the sky, and I saw a seahorse, and I also saw a mermaid, and I saw King Neptune. What? Yeah, I saw Neptune. The god. Yeah, so he had like all kinds of things going on. He had a golden crown, and you could see it like through the cloud formation. Like it looks just like Neptune. Yeah, so that's very interesting. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Money. We were talking about money, making money and losing money. Yeah, so I'm looking for different ways to make money. Yep, because I feel like there are always opportunities out there. Is that a helicopter? Yeah, I think there's some type of helicopter sighting in the clouds or something. I heard something. It could have been a motorcycle, but I believe it was a helicopter. But I'm at 4 minutes and 11 seconds, and it's telling me I have 24 minutes left to record. Apparently, my new YouTube channel, they took off the limit to, that was only allowing me to post 15-minute videos. So now I can post videos any length that I choose. But I'm not trying to have them too lengthy, because if I ramble for so long, like, I might become tired. So I have to take breaks in between my ranting. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really want to call it rambling, but I have to take breaks between my ranting because I can go on some serious rants depending on the time of the day. So, yeah. And so we're going to McDonald's soon. And because I rolled my window down, it's quite interesting. I just have a camera hanging out of my window. Oh goodness. Yeah, so then they turned on their speaker outside. The same thing happened at Target. They turned their speaker off though here at Walmart just now, but at Target I had my camera hanging outside and they were like the loudspeaker started saying surveillance. The surveillance is on 24/7 or something like that. It wasn't exactly those words. Don't quote me on that. But they said something like that on the loudspeaker. So yeah. Actually, speaking of money, yeah, Bob Proctor. I think Bob Proctor was a very wise man. He is not alive anymore. He died sometime recently within the past few years, or I don't know how many years ago to be exact, but he died fairly recent. So it wasn't that many years ago. It may have actually been months ago. Well, any amount of time is months ago, depending on how many months you're counting. So, yeah. But Bob Proctor, he always talked about reading the book Think and Grow Rich by oh my goodness. Yeah, by Napoleon Hill. Yeah, I really don't like editing my videos, so if I make a mistake, it's okay. I feel like the reason that sometimes in the past, if I stutter, is because I have so many rapid ideas just popping up in my mind, and I feel like saying them all, but I can only say them one at a time because I'm human, and I'm not like some type of robotic system with like different screens that allow different sentences to pop up multiple times without the hard drive crashing or without its internal system short-circuiting or something. So yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, Bob Proctor. Yeah. He had these affirmations that he said helped him. Well, specifically one, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me. And there's a whole other, you could look it up. That's the beginning of the affirmation. So I don't want to quote it wrong because I'm not looking at it or anything, but it's something like he starts his affirmations off with, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me. I'm gonna make one up. He just starts his affirmations off with, I am so happy and grateful now, because I feel like that lessens the resistance in your subconscious mind, and it tricks your mind into believing that you actually are happy and grateful for whatever you're about to say next. So there won't be as much resistance in what you're saying. So yeah, Bob Proctor, he made a lot of money, and he taught people how to make money using, I'm going to call it mind intention. He may have called it something else, but I'm going to call it intentions set by your consciousness, by your mind, by your awareness. That's what I'm calling it. But basically it's the same thing. I'm just explaining it a little bit differently from my own perspective. So yeah, Bob Proctor, he made a lot of money. He made million after million after million, and I believe his company that is still going on is still making over $1 million a year. So even after his death. So Bob Proctor, he left a pretty lasting legacy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I used to watch Bob Proctor's videos on YouTube a few years ago when I was going through a hard time, because I just was looking for some financial literacy. I was looking for some financial information that could put me in a better place mentally, and Bob Proctor's videos did that. So yeah, he appeared to be a wise man that was a bit older, but wisdom usually is found in those who have lived longer on this planet. And look at that. Yeah. So they just locked their door like 10 times. So yeah, do you want to know what I think about people who lock their door like 10 times? I mean, if your car beeps the first time and you can hear it, do you really think locking it like 9 more times or 7 more times is going to increase the chance of it oh, okay, they're unlocking it. But I have people that I see locking their door like 10 times, and I see it right before they go in the store, and I'm like, do you really think that locking your door like 10 times is going to increase the chance of your door being locked when it beeped like the first 2 or 3 times? So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, so yeah, that's someone going to their car. So oh yeah, I'm always looking for ways to make money. Like I said, my oldest brother, he has a real estate license, he's a real estate agent, and I feel like he's overqualified for a lot of things because he also is a double Ivy League scholar, and he has a degree from Yale University, he has a degree from Harvard University, he has a bachelor's degree, he has a master's degree, and he also has dived into law, so he's a lawyer too, so he has useful law information. But I find it interesting that a lot of people who have degrees, they don't even use them. But I find it even more interesting that a lot of people don't even have degrees, and those are the people who are making the most money in our society. Like, some of them do have degrees. I'm not going to say they don't, but so many entrepreneurs and businessmen, businesswomen, CEOs, they don't even have degrees. And these are some of the richest people in the entire world. I'm not going to say on our entire planet, because have I left this planet yet? Well, possibly through astral travel or like astral projection, but I'm talking about like the here and now, where I am right now. So like, I'm sure at some point I can easily acquire a rocket ship and just be shipped off to Mars or something. No, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, but apparently people like what is his name, the guy who owns Amazon, he went to space, and what's his name? Yeah, Jeff Bezos. So, you know, a lot of billionaires, you know, are into traveling to space and stuff, and they have the money to fund it, and they have the money to do it. So, you know, good for them. So, yeah, being a billionaire, oh gosh. Yeah, being a billionaire. You know, I just naturally talk like this. But my spiritual guides told me that maybe I should tone it down a bit. But this is how I naturally am. So I'm just also getting a spiritual download that I should just be authentic and talk the way that I am. Just be yourself for this video. Okay. But I'm always being myself in this video. So that was weird. Every video I make, I'm being myself. So yeah, I receive like spiritual downloads. I just listen to my intuition and from my higher self. So yeah, that's very interesting. So a lot of people could say that's crazy, or like that sounds delusional, or get out of that delusion. But you know, I'm not necessarily living in a delusion, and I'm not living in a delusion more than anybody else, because we all are living in a subjective and an objective reality. And that man likes what I'm saying, but we are living in an opposition of a subjective and an objective reality. So you need both sides to create the whole. Like, you can't have one without the other. Like, you can't just live in an all subjective reality, and you can't just live in an all objective reality. You have to have both sides, or else that's when the balance is thrown off. And this is making me think of climate change, like the balance of Mother Earth and the atmosphere being thrown off. Like, it might sound totally unrelated, but because we live in a world of synchronicities, which are not coincidences, everything's connected. So really, it's like everything that guy does over there is affecting everything I do, subconsciously, unconsciously, because it's like a butterfly effect going on throughout eternity. So this is where we're living, and there are many natural laws that explain this. What is that book called? It's like spelled, the Kabbalion. Yeah, it's spelled with a K. So yeah, those have a lot of hermetic principles that may explain life a bit better. So yeah, I actually attempted to read it, but I was distracted. I was like I can do other things right now, like make these videos. But yeah, I listen to the audio version. For the most part, I listen to like over 50% of it, closer to 100%. I should actually listen to the rest of it because there's a lot of good, there's a lot of good information in there. And that car in front of me rolled the window down to hear me too.